So over the past 10 years, I've had the opportunity to help dozens and dozens of freelance music producers quit their day jobs and go full-time producing music. Many of them have gone on to earn over 6 figures, land their first label projects, and even sign publishing and management deals. And in this video, I wanted to break down what I've found to be the safest and most effective path to make that transition into becoming a full-time music producer. Hey, I'm Daniel Grimmett, a business advisor here at Dark Label Music, and on this channel we explore the traditional and very untraditional ways that music producers make a living. So go ahead and subscribe, and as always, if you need any additional help, then the links are in the description. Now, before I show you the roadmap, it's important to understand that not every producer has the same experience when they go full-time. For some producers, it's their dream. They get to make music every day, grow their reputation, get on bigger projects, earn great money, and have an awesome lifestyle. But unfortunately, those producers are actually the minority, while the majority of working music producers end up getting stuck in what I call the full-time trap. Basically, this happens when a producer goes full-time way too early and they get stuck on the hamster wheel, working long hours on projects that they aren't really that passionate about, while still barely earning enough money to keep their bills paid month to month. So yes, they are technically full-time, but they're always burned out, and I don't want that to happen to you. I have to help producers get out of this situation all the time, and it can be difficult to undo the bad habits. So let me show you a roadmap to follow so that you can build a music career that is sustainable and enjoyable long-term. I'm gonna break this down into 4 different phases. The first step is to put yourself in a position where you don't have to rely on your production business to pay your bills. If you're struggling to even stay afloat month to month, then creating a business isn't impossible, but you're going to have a lot working against you. If you're young and still live at home, then that's fine, but if you are on your own and have to support yourself, then I definitely recommend getting a job that at least covers your living expenses. And I understand that it takes a lot of energy to work a day job and start a business, but you won't have to do this forever. Think of your day job as an investment into your production career. I see so many producers who don't have a consistent business trying to live off of it as their sole source of income, and this is very stressful. Understand that you feel like you could dedicate more time to your production business if you didn't have a day job, but if you're just guessing at what to do with that time, or if that time is being eaten up by worry and financial anxiety, then that extra time doesn't really do you any good, so I'd rather you have the money. Phase 2 is all about building your safety net and developing business skills. So the next thing I'll do with the producer is assess how much time they have outside of their day job to focus on growing their production business. And of course, during this phase, I'm working with the producer to develop the skills they need to go out and land paying clients. Now, I'm going to show you an example here, but feel free to plug in your own numbers. Let's say the producer has 15 hours every week to work on their business. That's outside of their day job. In total, that would be 60 hours per month. So our goal here is to use that 60 hours per month to generate at least half of the income amount that producer earns at their day job. So for example, if they earn $3,000 per month at their day job, then we want to generate an additional $1,500 from their production business. How quickly someone can achieve this will vary, but check it out. Now that producer is earning a total of $4,500 every month, $3,000 from their day job and $1,500 from their production business. This means they can start saving all of the extra cash, which will give them a cushion when they finally go full-time. This math will also help us determine how much the producer should be charging. And this is simple, but a lot of producers get it wrong. They just come up with some random hourly rate instead of understanding the economics in their business. So in this example, if it takes this producer 20 hours to fully produce a song, and they have 60 hours per month, then at capacity, they can produce roughly 3 songs per month. Now look at this. If they only charge $250 per song, then the maximum they can earn in a month is just $750. It would be physically impossible for them to hit our goal of $1,500 per month. At minimum, they have to charge at least $500 per song, but preferably a lot more. So as you can see, your rates have to align with your business goals during every phase of this transition. You can't just wing it. And if you struggle to find artists with a budget, then stick around to the end and I'll recommend another video you can watch that will help with that. So let's jump into phase 3. This is where it gets exciting. Phase 3 is all about freeing up additional time to take on more projects. At this point, we've proven to ourselves that our business is consistent and we've saved up a few months of extra income. But our problem now is that we don't really have any more time to take on additional clients. We've reached capacity, we're maxed out. At this point, you could make the decision to just dive into full-time production, but that will be based on your personal life situation and tolerance for risk. However, generally what we do here in phase 3 is have the producer transition from their full-time day job to something more part-time. This way, they still have a paycheck they can rely on that will cover at least a portion of their expenses, and at the same time, now they have an additional 10 to 20, sometimes even 30 hours per week to take on more production projects as their business grows. And it's safe to say at this point, half of the producer's monthly income would be coming from production, and the other half would be coming from their part-time day job. And lastly, phase 4 is all about making the leap to producing music full-time. Congratulations, you have made it. Now, the popular question here is, well, when do I know it's the right time to quit my job and just produce music? And to be honest, as a business advisor, I would need to speak with each of you individually to truly give you an accurate answer. However, since we're here on YouTube, I'll give you some blanket advice. The best time to make the leap is when you are forced to. You get to a point where you are literally so maxed out that you have to quit your day job in order to make room for all of the projects that are coming in. And if you followed this roadmap, then ideally, at this point, you have at least a few months of expenses saved up in your savings account. You possess the skills to go out and get new clients whenever you need them. And of course, you've discussed this career change with anyone around you that it would affect. Like for example, if you support a spouse or children, make sure it's cool with them. That is the most ideal time to make the leap and produce music full time. Now, it's important to remember that this isn't a race. If you plan on being a career music producer for the rest of your life, then it doesn't really matter whether it takes you 2 months or 2 years to go full time. However, the average for the producers I work with is anywhere between 3 to 12 months if they work really hard, and it also depends on what point they're starting from. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and if you are struggling to attract artists with a budget, then I highly recommend that you take a second to watch this video here on the screen right now. I'll see you over there.